not that Yair probably has the best shot at anyone beating Volk, but I feel like in a way he does because
I agree with that.
Because he hits you from so many different angles. You know, he's relatively unknown as far as like this was like I said, his first. Because you see the knockout with Korean Zombie, he does the elbow. All right, then you see the fight with Holloway. He's like, okay, he's tough. But then, like you said, this fight, like, he showed completely different that. He showed discipline, he was patient.
Welcome back to the Red Crew, Chesco. We have Matthew. You have not seen him yet. You will see him for the next 3 weeks, along with Isaiah. They've been helping us tonight to do some things. So you're going to see him a lot more in some Red Crew videos. Producing behind the camera is Luis. Say something, Luis.
What is up, guys?
Say something, Matthew.
What it do, man?
And Isaiah.
What's up, guys?
All right, so today we are recapping the fight that we just saw. An incredible fight, an incredible main event. Yair Rodriguez beats Josh Emmett.
That was incredible.
I think you and I don't know, you could tell us what you were thinking going into it. We thought that it was going to be, first of all, close. And the Josh Emmett had the advantage
on the ground
and on the grappling and the power. And which he probably did in the power, but we didn't get to see. And were you surprised?
He couldn't. I was highly surprised. He couldn't find Yair.
Yeah.
Yair, just his footwork and his lateral movement is it's at a very high level. He doesn't stay planted, and he has power without planting, which is unusual. You know, I like to talk about Dominic Cruz, and you know he doesn't generate a lot of power because of his footwork and because he's always on his toes. But Yair is able to generate that power and move left and right, you know, very quickly. So, you know, it's really impressive to see the way he handled himself and was able to make the adjustments and handle being on the bottom, which I've never seen somebody really handle the bottom that way, and the way he's able to generate power in those elbows, you know, from the bottom. It was really cool.
Yeah, I honestly, my like two predictions were reversed. I thought Josh Emmett, Yair Rodriguez was going to be like kind of like a back and forth type fight, a little bit of a war. And I thought Islam was just going to destroy Volk. It was the other way around.
But I think most people did think that Islam was going to just maul over.
Did you have Yair or Josh Emmett winning?
I had Yair. Now, I think the thing with Yair is just that, like Mateo said, he's very light on his toes. And it's almost like he just pops you. And it's like he pops you. He's moving. Yeah, pops you, and it's almost like it's annoying, it's frustrating. But then it frustrates you. You try to go in more, and that's where you just get pieced up even more.
You've seen Yair a lot, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this has been the most, what's the word? I don't want to say technical, but the most disciplined Yair Rodriguez I've seen.
A little more patient.
Like he's normally, I don't know if on purpose or just naturally, organically, he's very flashy. Like he's trying crazy things all the time.
Yeah.
Outside, and he's tried some, but outside of the flying knee, but he was very technical. It was, you know.
Well, he went for a spinning hook kick. You know, he did do it, but
they were very sporadic. He's normally very
continuously doing it, consistent with that, you know, flashy stuff.
What, like
this was the more disciplined, calm.
Yeah, I would say that, and I would also say, and it's technically a championship fight. I would say it's kind of like his breakout fight. Really, I feel like not a lot of people knew much about him.
Well, I learned. I knew who he was, and
learning breakout fight.
I knew who he was. Like obviously, I learned really about him in the Holloway fight, and I always knew what he had done with what's his name?
Korean Zombie.
With the Korean Zombie, you see the highlights and everything, but I had never really paid attention to him. I saw the Holloway fight. Holloway clearly won, but out of the fights, Calvin Kattar, Ortega, Frankie Edgar. Even the Holloway, the Volk second fight, I feel like that was the closest fight I had seen. Him and Yair. I still think he won. But Yair is a beast. Now, moving on to the title fight. I love Yair Rodriguez. After what I saw from Volkanovski today, I don't think there's a guy that's touching him.
I think Yair definitely has a shot. I think that you know, like to touch on the point of, you know, the style that Yair has, and that he has kind of that annoying kind of like pitchfork type of style, and just kind of pokes at you. But I think all of those things they're so powerful that, what may seem kind of an annoyance is very, it really takes away from the fighter in terms of he does a lot of body shots, a lot of hard kicks. He's kicking to your arms a lot where, people look at that as, oh, you blocked the kick. Well, that was the intention. The intention was to kick your forearm and to take your arms away. And you could see that it took a toll. I mean, we could see the elbow on Josh Emmett. And, those things really...
that elbow was tucked
into
those ribs. Yeah.
Because the first kick that he landed on their ribs, I mean, his ribs were already, rosy red. It was bad. So with that being said, I think, you look at the fights with Holloway and, considering, Holloway at a certain point didn't have it for Volkanovski anymore. I think because he didn't really pose a threat to Volkanovski the way that I think Yair will in terms of the power of his strikes.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's a weird one because I feel like not that Yair probably has the best shot at anyone beating Volk, but I feel like in a way he does because
I agree with that.
Because he hits you from so many different angles. He's relatively unknown as far as like this was like I said, his first, because you see the knockout with Korean Zombie, he does the elbow, all right. Then you see the fight with Holloway. He's like, okay, he's tough, but then like you said, this fight like he showed completely different. That he showed discipline, he was patient.
Oh, you saying he could show something else?
No, I'm saying that like how I just hinted that we learned so much from him today. I feel like, and we just still learned
improvement,
and we learned a lot more.
But the problem I saw with Josh Emmett today is that, like you said, he couldn't get him. He couldn't catch him.
Yeah, this is fair.
I don't think that's going to be an issue with Volkanovski.
And
his footwork is incredible.
And the thing is, Volkanovski kicks, Josh Emmett doesn't kick.
He kicks, and he's going to go after.
And he doesn't have to worry about the takedown like he did against Makhachev. So it took away one of the biggest tools that Volkanovski has. Being shorter, he uses his kicks to open up his strikes. So you don't know whether he's coming in to kick you or he's coming in to hit you with the right hand.
Not only that, today he didn't throw as many kicks. Volkanovski didn't throw as many kicks.
Yeah, he couldn't.
Because you can't. If he catches your leg, you're in trouble.
Yeah, he didn't want to be on one foot
that risk
at any
doesn't
point.
exist with Yair Rodriguez, and that's what I mean. But like we all know, Yair Rodriguez has more power than Max Holloway. Not much more, but
it appears like in the kicks, it does appear.
I don't think in his hands. The problem is that Yair throws kicks, throws elbows. He's a lot more tricky on it than Max Holloway, and so there's always that risk that in a shot or something you run into something, right? Mm-hmm. But I get it's like where you think striking they're kind of even.
I would just say like my whole take on it is that as hard it is to predict what can happen in a fight, it's nearly impossible to predict, I think, what happens in a Yair fight just because he's so unpredictable. And we know he can end the fight at any time with anything.
No, and not only true. I think John Anik said it right, that supposedly Josh Emmett said that he studied Yair Rodriguez so much that when he does something, he knows when he makes a foot movement, he knows what he's going to do. There's no way.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way,
do. So there's no way
there's knowing what somebody's going to do and then doing what you need to do in order to mitigate it. So understanding like, oh, he's about to throw a kick. I'm going to block it. And then realizing what that kick feels like on your arm that you blocked it with. Those are the things is that you can't prepare for, the damage that it inflicts as you try to stop this from hitting your face.
And I think Yair Rodriguez doesn't have patterns. There's fighters who have patterns.
He probably has very long patterns. Yeah. So it's like he might do something again the way he did it before, but it might be 3 minutes later or in the next round or in the third
there's 6
round.
different ones in between. Mm-hmm. So you don't know what's coming. There's fighters who they switch, they're gonna left kick. They switch, they're gonna right kick.
Yep.
They're switch, they're gonna there's patterns for fighters. Yair Rodriguez doesn't have. I don't want to say any of them, but very few of them. He is very tricky. All right, thank you guys. That was our recap. We're gonna do this again, right?
Yeah, we should.
So you'll see us.
45.
We should preview the Usman and John Jones card.
We can. Do you want to do it now?
It's up to y'all. I don't care.
No, but yeah, we could definitely preview. We're gonna do some stuff together, so we're definitely be previewing stuff. Where you said you're gonna start something of your own soon.
Yeah, so I'll be starting my Millionaires to Millionaires podcast. It's gonna be a self-development podcast, so we'll get into that more, over the couple weeks.
So we're gonna promote that for you. You're gonna see it here, and thank you. We keep growing, so appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much. There's some comments out there. Yo, we don't take it personal. Keep sending them. It's fun. And thank you. Appreciate it. And peace.
Peace.
Out.